welcome. It's been a week. Can you believe it's been a week since I last made a video? 7 days. I just looked at my studio today at the content and I was just like, 7 days since my last video. I was like, wow, that seems to have just like gone nowhere. So I thought I would come on and make a video and say, hello, right, bye. Anyway, I wanted to talk a little bit today about, again, talking on this subject of spirituality and spiritual life. And you're probably thinking, oh God, here we go again, not another one. But I'm thinking, like, can we be too spiritual? Can people be too spiritual? And I've been pondering this for a couple of days now. And I'm beginning to think possibly we can be, because what I'm feeling and what I seem to get from a lot of people that are in the realms of spirituality and being spiritual and going through this awakening ascension process, and they're looking for so many different things, they're looking for different reasons, they're looking at the new numbers and numerology, and they're looking for the deeper meaning behind it all the while they're missing the present moment. They're missing everything that's happening because they're like, oh my God, oh what could this mean? What does 1414 mean? What? Oh, I need to go and work this out. I need to go and look this out. And they're too busy looking for all these different things, these different deep meanings. And yes, we can get deep on a spiritual journey. We can want to look for deeper meanings. But when it becomes a constant thing, you're becoming very ungrounded. You're constantly looking for answers elsewhere. You're looking externally, where the answers are within. Always we come back to within, because when we go back to within, we ground our energy, we keep ourselves balanced, we keep ourselves in harmony, we keep ourselves focused on the now, on what may be going on in the present moment, rather than thinking about, I don't know, you might get a text message or you might look at your phone, and it happens to me all the time. I look at my phone and I see 11:11, 21:21, 12:12, but I don't need to go on Google and find out what it means and what all the numbers mean. Fine, if you want to do it, do it. And I do believe in numerology and astrology. I do believe in all that. I'm not as into it as a lot of people, but I do believe that there is meaning behind numbers. But it doesn't mean that as soon as I see, like I look at the timer on the screen now, as if I see, oh my God, it's 222. Wow, what could that mean? It wasn't 222. But it doesn't mean I have to then go, oh right, I need to go and look that, because there's going to be a deeper meaning in it. And sometimes there can be, yeah, sometimes there can be. But if there's going to be a meaning in something, and if you haven't quite got it or seen it or been aware of it, it will come back around to kind of like show you again. And that's where synchronicity takes out. So when you keep seeing numbers and you keep seeing repetition and you keep having synchronicity, it's basically the universe, your guides, saying you're on the right path, you're going in the right direction. I felt really, this morning, I just felt really, I mean, I'm off today, I have nothing on. So I thought I'm going to try and catch up on some YouTube videos. And I was just thinking, well, I really don't know what to make a video about. I'm feeling really just kind of out of it. I'm feeling really, I don't know, unmotivated, I suppose, to make videos at the minute. I don't know why, but we go through these ebbs and flows as creators, as human beings, as people, as healers, as workers, as whatever we do in our day-to-day life. We go through these peaks and troughs. So some weeks I'll be like, oh yeah, I've got all these great ideas, and they're just flying to me. And then other times I'll go for a week without making a video, hence why I haven't made one for 7 days, because I've just been enjoying my time, which is really important to do on a spiritual journey. It's really important to come back to you, come back to your presence, come back to your life. And rather than searching for everything out there and trying to get as many answers as possible, which can just take you out into the ether, then I just find that there are a lot of people out there that are very ungrounded because of that, because the thinking that there is specific meaning in a lot of things, and it can take people off into pathways where they might think, oh well, I've seen 222, that means I have to do this. that means I must do that. That means I must do that. But then they go and do it, and it's the wrong decision, or something happens, or they have an accident, or something negative happens. But I felt guided. The numbers told me I had to go and do that. Because you're basically putting all that emphasis on external things rather than being present, and rather than being in the now, using your own intuition, using your own inner voice, using your own awareness, your own guidance. And this is something that I've really talked a lot about on these videos with regards to spirituality, being spiritual, is this awareness, this presence that we all have, this divine connection that we have between each and every one of us, and what we have individualistically as well. So each of us have this awareness within each of us, and these moments can be fleeting. So keeping present and keeping in the now, it's very, very hard to remain that way all the time, all day long. There are some people that are very good at it, but when you go into the mainstream world, it is quite hard. It can be difficult. It can be trying. So when you're sat in meditation for 20 minutes, an hour, however long it may be, keeping that presence and being guided on your breath. Can you go out into the mainstream world? Can you go shopping? Can you be on the phone to someone? Can you be stressed out at work and remain that balance? Can you remain in that present moment? Probably not. Probably not. A lot of people won't be able to. I can't. I struggle to. I try to remain in the now and remain present, and kind of feel this almost, it's almost like a separation between me as a spiritual being and everybody else. Even though we're all connected, there is this kind of like slight separation. And I don't know what it is. If you guys know what it is, then comment below, let me know. But I do feel this separation, whether it's because of a vibrational frequency thing, or whether it's, I don't know. But being in the now. So when we are in these stressful moments, and we do have these telephone calls which create unease or take you out of your harmonious place of being in meditation, then again, these are moments in life that are there to teach us, that are there to, like, why are you feeling stressed? Why is it creating stress? Well, it's because it's my job and I must do this. Right, okay, but why are you giving so much power to something really that doesn't really care? It's just a label that you've given yourself, that is who you are and that is your role in life. And maybe this is why I'm feeling this separation, because obviously I do work part-time, but I also do the Reiki, I do YouTube videos, I'm a content creator, and I do healing and meditation and guided meditation, things like that. And that's probably where this separation is, because I know that the working world isn't for me, that's not who I am, that's not my label. Yes, I go out there and I do that bit, but that's just to kind of like keep things ticking over. But who I truly am is me in the now. I don't even think of myself as Ian. I don't even think of myself as having a name or an identity, I suppose. It's just me. I'm just me. I just do my whatever. I just do my thing. Just do my things. Maybe that's where that separation is. I don't know. But maybe that's because of, and I feel if I didn't work, then I probably would be swept away into the ether. So there is an element within work that is very grounding, because it brings you into back onto earth, back onto who you are and what you need to do. Not need to do, but it's something that keeps you grounded, keeps you into the human being that you are, because so many spiritual people out there as well say like, I'm an angel, or I'm this, or I'm that, or I'm just spirit and I have no identity, and blah, blah, blah. It just goes straight out, like it just goes crazy, absolutely crazy. But we're human at the end of the day. We are human beings, but we are spirit in human form, and sometimes it gets taken way out of context and it becomes a thing where it is just too much, and we're losing who we truly are, and I suppose the ego as well. Even though a lot of these people are saying, I'm this, I'm that, I'm whatever, I'm a blessed light worker, I'm surrounded by angels, and well, we all are, we're all surrounded by guides and angels. But a lot of what people are saying, for me, is just ego. It's just like, well, you're no different to anybody else. You're exactly the same. You might be maybe on a slightly different path, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings. We're all spirit in a human form doing the same thing. We're all going through an awakening process, and we're going through the ascension process. So I think it can take people out of who they truly are. And that can be difficult to get back in to who we are and who we need to be. We need to be present. We need to be aware of the physical world. I know we've got this shift going on. I know we've got the 3D, 4D, 5D, 12D, all that sort of stuff going on. But in the meantime, we are still here. We are still grounded. And I think people think of this kind of, I don't know whether people think we're just going to sort of like go woomph and escalate off somewhere, but it's more than that. It's not anything. From my understanding, all this ascension process that we are going through, it's nothing that we aren't already experiencing, because we're all going through it, and we're all tackling life and changing frequency and adapting and developing on so many different ways to be able to tune in deep with ourselves. And we're finding healers, we're finding coaches, we're finding guides, whatever they may be, to give us a little bit of assistance to find ourselves of who we truly are and the path that we're taking. But at the end of the day, it's all, for me, it's all about, it really is about connecting to like the higher frequencies within, the joy, the love, the happiness, the compassion, and stepping into that frequency. And that is when we start to truly move through these various dimensional frequencies that people keep banging on about, this pathway that we're taking, this ascension process. And it is a battle. It is a breakdown of ego, and it is a battle of this loving energy and the heavier energy, and bringing balance between the two, because there's always going to be light and dark. There's always going to be yin and yang. There's always going to be this kind of energetic split between people, as I've mentioned before in previous videos. But yeah, it just feels as though sometimes people can become too spiritual, always looking for something else, always looking for the meaning or the deeper meanings behind things. And I think for me, I just laugh now. I just find it funny. I just find it joyful. I just feel the energy of what is happening with it. When synchronicities do happen, then I just think, wow, that is just like, amazing. But it doesn't surprise me anymore, because it's always happening. It always happens. I'll think of someone and I'll see them the next day or a week later. I'm just like, didn't even know they lived in the city, in town anymore. Or I'll have a conversation with someone and I'll hear someone talking about the same thing, or I'll see the numbers on my phone, or I'll see all these different patterns that do go on, that because our awareness is expanding, that we do become more conscious of it. Whereas before, people would just say, oh, it's just coincidence. You know, people are starting to change that perception and come into higher frequencies where they're like understanding that actually there's something else going on here. I'm not sure what it is. So for me, it's just confirmation, and it really is important to keep present and keep in the moment and keep grounded with your energy and looking within, not trying to connect to your staff's family or whatever, or you know, they will give guidance when they need to, but keeping grounded, keeping centered, keeping within, keeping in the now, will bring you so much more awareness of the world that is around you right now, rather than being off somewhere else looking for whatever it may be. Just my thoughts anyway. So I just thought I'd come on, say hello. Welcome to some new subscribers to the channel as well. So thank you for clicking that button. And if you've enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed my rambling, don't forget to give me a bing, and also subscribe to my channel below. Also comment below, say hello if you're new to the channel, and we will reconvene and chat in the next video, whatever that may be. I've got a bit of a list of stuff to go through with regards to content and what I want to talk about. If there's anything you want me to cover or discuss or talk about on this channel as well, feel free to comment that below and let me know. But I will see you in the next video. Until then, much love to you all. Take care of yourselves. Bye for now.